Now, many companies, they use big data clusters, and even I have actually set up the big data clusters, and I have all worked with Hive a lot. So in those clusters, we face a lot of issues, and these issues are related to scalability, because when you are working with Hadoop clusters, Hive is basically installed on Hadoop clusters. So what happens, basically, you are sometimes over provisioning the cluster. Let's say you buy more machines when you are doing capacity planning, or you configure more machines for the Hadoop cluster, and then later on you realize that capacity is not being utilized fully. So this is over provisioning, and sometimes we are under provisioning the machine. So this is another problem, again, a problem of scalability. And even when you have to add more machines, let's say data is growing and you are adding more machines, then it is not so easy, not so straightforward to add more machines, even though you are doing scripting through Ansible, Chef, Puppet, or maybe some technology. You are doing scripting and ensuring that your machines are becoming part of the cluster with just automation. Even then, it is not so easy to include new machines into the cluster when traffic grows. So it is like challenging to scale the on-prem Hadoop clusters having Hive. Similarly, latency issues. I can give you one example. Like in one of the cases, Hive was taking 20 hours to complete a job, and then when we used BigQuery, then it took like 20 to 30 minutes. Between that time frame, we were able to complete the same thing which the Hive was taking more than 20 hours. So this is like a common benchmarks you will find on internet also. Like from 20 hours, you are coming to like the latency of the query is now 30 minutes or less than 30 minutes. So which is so great. Like you will always be looking for such solutions which can reduce this overall time of performing like ETL, or whatever workloads you are running on these data warehouses. You just want to reduce the time. So this is basically one of the issues with Hive. Apart from that, managing infrastructure, I already mentioned, it's not so easy when we have multi-tenancy in place, and also even if there is no multi-tenancy, then also it is not so easy to manage infrastructure. Apart from that, Hive is basically for historical data analysis. It is not for predictive analytics. But in BigQuery, we have machine learning in which you can actually perform predictive analytics also beyond historical data analysis. Apart from that, managing security, it's a pain in Hive, because like Hive, Metastore, and then Impala is also there, and then there are so many other like managing Hadoop HDFS level security. So the things are like so many around Hive ecosystem, and there are so many moving parts. Managing security is not so easy when we talk about Hive. Apart from that, sharing data is another challenge. So as a data analyst, as a data scientist, when you're working with Hive data sets or Impala data sets, so it's not so convenient to share the data with your colleagues or your partners. It's like you have to manage the permissions, file level security, and also you have to share the metadata in case the file is not self-describing. So then you have to manage the metadata sharing also with your partner. So there are challenges when it comes to sharing the data or metadata with your clients. Okay, apart from that, I also mentioned about downtime due to upgrades. So when you are upgrading your technology, then there may be downtimes because you don't have like a rolling upgrade. Sometimes when you go for enterprise licenses of Cloudera or maybe some other vendor, then they give you rolling upgrade functionality. But let's say you don't have license of Cloudera or some vendor which provides these rolling upgrades. Rolling upgrade means like you are upgrading your technology without bringing any downtime, without impacting your end users. So this is another issue, like you have to pay for getting these some enterprisey features in Hive. So that was another problem.